Hey, Facebook. Okay, so I'm challenging myself to get on here and go live more often and just share stuff that's on my heart. So because it's Sunday, I'm doing this share, and this is something that's been just coming up for me over and over and over in just messages that I'm getting, things that I'm seeing, things that I'm reading, and that is the story of the wheat and the weeds in the Bible, the parable, Jesus's parable about the wheat and the weeds. If you don't know it, you can look it up. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but even the other day, I just opened my Bible and it opened straight to that story. And this, I keep getting this through dreams and different stuff, and so I'm like, I have to share this. So, oh, and also my daughter Samara, who my girls go to Christian school, she just happened out of the blue. Mom, have you heard last week? Mom, have you heard the story of the wheat and the weeds? And I'm like, yeah, but okay, like I have to do this, okay? And so then that same day, I took my kids to a trampoline park in Madison, Wisconsin. That's where we live. And they were playing dodgeball. And this is kind of how I see things, prayer, communication with God, with my higher power. So they're playing dodgeball, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was taking some pictures of them, whatever. Dodgeball's kind of, in these trampoline parks, dodgeball's kind of intense. So I was not in there playing with them either. And one of my daughters comes up to me and says, Mom. Yeah, I'm on the side. Mom, that little girl doesn't know Jesus. And I said, what? Like, what's making you say that? And she said, she's putting the loser sign on her head, and loser sign to everybody, and making everybody, they were really upset. They were upset that she was doing this to them. And I was like, I get it. Just ignore her. There's lots of other kids to play with or whatever. And then they played for a little while longer. And then my other daughter came up to me and she said, she's still doing it, Mom. She's still doing that to everybody. And she's not even doing anything, Mom. She's just jumping around. She's She's not even throwing any dodgeballs. She's just jumping around and putting the loser sign to everyone. And I was like, okay. So I keep watching closer. And I'm like, okay, this is the enemy who's not even doing anything, who is just poking at you, who is just poking at your doubt, who is just poking at your fear, who is just instigating. So I'm watching and I'm talking to God, and I'm saying, and I'm like, okay, God, I'm following you right now. And I told my daughters, I said, just ignore her, just let it go. And then before my eyes, no joke, before my eyes, this goes to all of the kids are back and forth, loser, to each other. And my daughter comes over, Mom, now everybody's yelling. Mom, now everybody's, distracted and mad at each other or whatever. And that is the instigation. And the wheat and the weeds is that, this little tiny weed piece of negativity can come into a game for kids. It's supposed to be positive, fun, exercise, activity. And all of a sudden, all of the kids were more violent. All of the kids were, getting more aggressive with each other. And that is how the enemy sneaks in to us and plays. Like I said, the little girl was not even throwing dodgeballs. All she was doing was putting up her little loser sign to people, which was what? Giving them a defense mechanism that they had to fire back, that they had to loser back at her. And that is what we're dealing with in today's society. The weeds overtaking the negativity, overtaking the positivity. And, like the story says, the weeds will grow with the wheat until the harvest. And we don't pull out the weeds because they're already with some of the good weeds will get pulled out with the wheat, or with some of the good wheat will get pulled out with the weeds if we try to uproot the weeds. So right now, we need to weed out what is negative influence and what is positive influence in our life, and what is not going to allow us to get overtaken by the weeds in our life and by the distractions that are just making us feel that doubt, making us feel that insecurity, whatever it is. But yeah, that was something that I had to share. I know this was short and a couple people hopped on, but happy Sunday. And just, be mindful of spreading positivity and not being a part of the weeds that overtake the wheat on the dodgeball court. All right. Happy Sunday, guys.